Hi, in this video we're going to give you a quick introduction to the Livescribe weekly notebook and planner. We're going to be looking at the 2019 book, but exactly the same comments can be shared with respect to the 2020 planner. Let's dig in. Once again, this video is going to describe the Livescribe 2019 weekly notebook and planner. The part number is ANA00050 for 2020. That part number simply has a -1 suffix. When you first open your book, it has a nice cover at the front. Got the Livescribe logo here down at the bottom. When you first open the book, you'll see that the device pairing logo is there. That is used to physically pair your A-Gear or Livescribe 3 pen, and that's probably the very first thing you're going to do after you receive your book. You'll take the label off, unwrap it, and open it up to pair your book with your Livescribe pen. Of course, you want to charge it ahead of time, and I'll hasten to mention that the planner works only and exclusively with the A-Gear and with the Livescribe 3. The notebook and planner does not work with an Echo Smart Pen, at least not the smart features of the book. Next, we're going to talk about the ways that the book itself is physically organized. The Livescribe weekly notebook and planner is divided into 4 logical sections. We're going to take a look at each of these now. The first is just this pair of pages where the calendars for 2019 and 2020 were laid out. In the 2020 book, it'll be 2020 and 2021. Just at a glance, you can see all the weeks laid out. So that's part 1, very straightforward. In part 2, we're looking at now a calendar for the first 6 months of 2019. At a glance, these are January, February, all the way through June. On the next page in this second section, we have the similar pages of July through August, again for 2019. That's the second of the 4 sections. In the third of the 4 sections, we're now going to look at individual months, all the way from January 2019 through to June and August and October and December. So there we are, and that is the end of the third section in the book. Just a month view. These are Livescribe.paper pages. You can write on them, do whatever you like, and those pages are going to be captured by the Livescribe Plus app. In the fourth and final section, you'll see that now we get into week by week. So there's the first week of January, as it were, the second week of January, and so on, all the way through to the end of December. We see week by week a spot where you have a left-hand section to write notes that pertain to individual days, a right-hand general notebook where you can take your notes. On every single page in the book, you'll find the familiar record, pause, and stop buttons here at the bottom. They provide that same functionality that you know and love with your Livescribe pen to be able to record and sync audio, to sync what you hear to what you're writing. So that goes all the way through to the end of December, and indeed the first couple of days of the following January. In this case, it's January 2020. And then there's this bonus section, quite a large number of pages that are just kind of dot paper. Literally dot paper. There's dots on the paper, and they're just general note pages that you can use for general note taking. So there you go. Those are the sections of the Livescribe planner, and in the next section of the video, we'll get into how one actually uses these sections. So now, by way of a little demo, I'm going to take my physical A-Gear Smart Pen, and I'm going to make a note in here to say that the 23rd of August is a special day. It happens to be my daughter's birthday, and I know what that means, and I can elaborate upon it any way that I want, but that's a note that I can take on that page. And just like any other page in any of the Livescribe notebook, what I've written on that page is synchronized to the corresponding page that I'll see in my Livescribe Plus app. If I choose now to go to that week in the month of August, I'm just going to slip over here. Excuse me while I turn pages. This is July, and here's August. Oh, look, I had to put the bookmark in here, just about. And now I'm going to note that the 23rd is a special day, and if I wish, I can, at the same time, hit the record button. That's going to record the audio of my voice that I'm taking right now. and I can, put a happy face and do whatever I want. It's just a drawing, just notes that I'm taking, and they're being recorded by the Smart Pen just as I'm writing it, just as it would be in any other app. So I'm going to pause it, stop it, I should say, and in this regard, they really are just pages. In this case, the page corresponding to the week of the 19th of August that you'll see show up in your Livescribe Plus app. The magic of the Livescribe product, of course, is that one can digitize one's handwritten notes in a digital form and have the option, but not the obligation, to synchronize audio along with those handwritten notes. So what we're looking at here is the standard Livescribe Plus app that happens to be running on my personal Android cell phone. You do, of course, have to have the Livescribe Plus app installed on your device. And I will remind you, as I mentioned at the beginning, that the planner in particular has its great features active only with the A-Gear Smart Pen or possibly with the older Livescribe 3. The advanced calendaring features will not, I regret, operate with the Echo Smart Pen. So what we're looking at here is the cell phone that has Livescribe 3 installed and in the foreground. And as you can see, I have a number of books that I write in. There's a starter notebook. There's a pocket-sized paper that came with the book, with the pen initially, a lined journal, and an A5 planner. That's the 2019 planner that I've been testing along for this video. So this book, just like any other book, has a number of pages in it that are written in, some not. And as always, where you see black, it's because there are just handwritten notes, and where you see green, it's a visual indicator that you have also synchronized some audio. So let's take a look at this first page. This happens to have been a note I wrote to myself with respect to the 18th of December. It's John's birthday. Had the great idea to offer him a new Smart Pen as a gift, and no doubt we'll be doing that. So there we are, and because it's black, there happens not to be audio associated to it. I'm now just going to jump over here to another page. This is the week of the 9th of December, and again, where I have a couple of notes about things I'm going to be doing that week. On the 14th, I wrote myself a little note, and you can see it highlighted in green. I'm going to click on it. I can either, I'm going to tap on it with my finger, or in the app itself, click on just that. And once again, I'm going to now kind of scroll back here to listen to the whole thing.
On Friday the 13th, we had plans to bake cookies, but now on Saturday the 14th, we're going to wrap gifts.
So there you go, all the other audio associated to that. That audio is coming out of my phone, so might not have been the best quality, but you get the idea. Just like any other Livescribe book, the sound you hear is recorded and synchronized with the notes that you take. And so that list of pencasts is all there, and you can, if as you go through your year, week after week, page after page, all the notes that you take, including notes that you write on otherwise blank pages, will be there. And your usual controls for record, pause, and stop are present just as they would be on any other Livescribe paper product. I hope you found this information useful, and maybe it'll motivate you to take a look at the Livescribe A-Gear Smart Pen in general, and specifically at the 2019 or the 2020 planner, available now from smartpencentral.com. We thank you for your attention and hope that you'll consider recommending us to your friends and colleagues. We're delighted to help you any way we can. Have a great week. Thanks again for listening.